we kind of got some special things going on with the Fee Sagafi, Lindsay Lane show. Fee will be going against Lindsay Lane, and the final workout will be the 50-50, 50-50, 50-50, 150 something, and then 150 something else in sets of 50. What's the first 50?
Wall balls.
Thank you. That's why Spin's here. 50 wall balls, and then something where you got to jump over a box and do a burpee back and forth 50 times, and it's 3 rounds of that. While they are going, you guys will pull out your checkbooks and donate as much money as you can as fast as you can. Then, after that, Lindsay Fee Sagafi, I hate to ruin it for you guys, she'll be given $1,000 from the Glinton podcast because she won. And then, after that, whatever money you raise, we will give to Lindsay Lane. And then after that, Corey Pueblo from Proven Business, we will pick out someone in the chat to get a $500 gift card from Corey Pueblo to Born Primitive. So like everyone wins. That show is going to be awesome. Now listen, Pedro is also putting up a $200 gift card to Born Primitive. We haven't given that away. I don't know when we're going to give that away. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Proven Business Plans. Can't wait to give away money this morning. Good luck, ladies. That show starts at 8:15. This is just the hype show. John, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Speaking of the hype show, first of all, I don't know how to thank you guys enough, but if it wasn't for the listeners and the people in the chat, there would be no show. So if there would be no viewers, there would be no show. Even if there were only 13 of you, there would be no show. Like there has to be some number where it's like, okay, I'm not a fucking dipshit. Like you just can't do a show.
It's not worth it if there's only 13.
I mean, it's just
That's so rough, Savon.
What if it's behind a paywall though? Is it okay then? Or
no, I would just be embarrassed. I would just be embarrassed. I know. Might be rough. I'm an insecure little Armenian man. What can I say?
Would you rather have my TV or 13 viewers?
Your TV all day. Your TV all day. All day. Your TV. Crochet pigs are selling out. No. They'll never sell out. Listen, they'll never sell out because John Young's wife can work tirelessly to order the pigs. If you do want a Colten Mertens pig, you go to mustardseed.crochetco. See the $20,000 your wife gave me in sponsorships paying off. There it is. And if John had a real camera, you'd see that it is a beautiful pink. Don't let his camera. Don't let his.
It should be on her story if you want. Yeah, if you click on her story, it should be on.
John's actually really handsome when he's not using his camera.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. So get the pig. Now you're asking yourself, well, why would I want the pig? Well, you know why you want the pig. Colten, were you watching Dallin?
Yeah, split jerks are for pussies, Dallin. I don't know why. Most of the people here are from Peru. I guess they thought they needed to bring 20 people to cheer on down and wipe his butt.
Of you, who is the best out of you four at Toes to Bar?
Come on, bro. I was pretty sure I wasn't going to fail. I don't have, baby legs like down and have to resort to split jerks. I don't think I make that task. I'm good to go now.
The winner of workout 1 gets to go when he wants to go.
That's me, dummy.
I think
And then what do you guys do for the next 2 hours? Does anyone?
Jayson and Down are going to take a bubble bath together.
We heard that when you showed up to town, Jayson gave you a call and invited you over to come to the gym to do a sauna together. Is that true?
Dude, I'm not getting in a sauna with this dude. Hey, there's a secret event. It's a wrestling match. It's happening in about 3 minutes.
Jayson, I don't mean to be. I don't mean to.
You want to wrestle? You want to wrestle right now?
Jayson,
I understand he has a history of wrestling. I understand he has technique, but there are weight classes in wrestling.
Buddy, I'm telling you, we can find out.
Dude, you're not even in my weight class. You're a little Bambi.
Okay, let's turn that camera around.
Oh my God!
Jason, what'd you say? Say it again. Oh! What'd you say? Dude, I was stretching and he just.
Dallin,
the guy that weighs 30 pounds less than you to beat you in a barbell workout.
Oh, Dallin, is this uncomfortable?
I'm picking you up and I'm dropping you on your head.
Wasted energy, wasted thoughts.
I don't do hugs.
I feel like we've been,
don't do hugs.
Jason,
We've been
if we
so-
hug, I'm gonna pick you up and drop you.
then what is your love language?
I think it was more metabolic than anything.
You don't know what
and-
metabolic means, Jason.
That was a
Andrew,
long
when
course.
able to not worry about any of that, like, do you have someone filming your stuff for you and you don't have to worry about that at all? Or are you stressed out about that too?
Yeah, my wife and the brute entourage that came to wipe my ass just takes care of it all.
No, I just grab someone walking by and ask them if they want to take care of it. Literally, like that so far.
Jason, how about you? Your submission, does that stress you out at all?
My submission?
Oh my God.
And that is why you want to reach out to Mustard Seed Crochet Co. and get your pig now. Melissa Odier was rewatching the podcast with Taylor 2 years ago. So good. No wonder we are here today. Great job. So here's the deal. You guys are here. That's the main reason why this happens. Then the second reason why this happens is because of the sponsors. The sponsors have been absolutely incredible. They've stepped up. We even have some more surprises for Lindsay and Fee that I haven't shared with you guys yet. And so without them, it doesn't happen. And then, of course, the athletes. I have complained so much over the years that the athletes don't do shit to promote events, to promote themselves. These guys have done an absolute stellar job from beginning to end, including this post that Dallin Pepper made last night. Here we go.
My turn, everybody. Taylor, I'm starting with you.
No. Sorry, not that one. Where is it this one? No.
No,
Where-
when you show up, the one on the left, isn't it?
This one? Wait,
No,
this one?
when you show up at the gym to face
Oh,
off.
yeah. Thank you. It's pinned even. The promotion's pinned.
No, you're on the one above it, below that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, fuck, it's not pinned. All right, fuck you, Dallin. Okay, here we go. When you show up at the gym to face off against Jayson and Colten. The guys have done everything that they need to do. It's been nonstop back and forth, humble, entertaining, fun. It's just been wonderful. Christina Vegas Fitness, that Mormon boy is going to win it all. I hope so. And then finally, last but not least, Brian Spin from the Barbell Spin. We all know. If you want like the real news, the fastest news, that's where you go, barbellspin.com. Follow him on Instagram. Pedro White, the funniest guy in the space. Thank you, Pedro, for being here. He has the show Around the Whiteboard. It's every Wednesday. I always forget to promote it. It's every Wednesday. It's a bracket system. 3 guys go against each other. The winner goes to the next round. All the big names in the space do it. Everyone wants to do it. I'm terrified to do it. Then there's John Young, who used to be our senior analyst, but now he's just some dude who's married to a very creative woman. And then, of course, Caleb Beaver, who's on the back end. Who the fuck knows how he got up here? The Ridgeline Realtor, you guys are crushing it. Can we do 100 series with John? I'll throw some money out for it. Let's keep this momentum going. I can't believe CrossFit can't get behind this. What's 100? Oh, listen. I called Hiller last night. We have a plan for John. Boy, oh boy.
That sounds great.
I can't wait to tell you the plan that we are going to propose. We're going to propose to John. He's his own man. He can say yes or no. 3-way tie, guys. It is a 3-way tie. The winner will get $5,000. $5,000 from capeptides.com. Now listen, their website's been down this entire time we've been promoting them. If you want to get peptides, you will get 10% off and you'll get the free bariostatic water, but you have to email this address and tell them what you want. Contact@capeptides.com. Contact@capeptides.com. 10% off, free bariostatic water. Spin, are you surprised that we have a 3-way tie? Are you surprised Colten's out already?
I am a little surprised on that. I think the gymnastics one was really the big shocker from Colten. I don't think we expected him to do that, but he did make it up on the clean and jerk. So overall, I think we're kind of maybe where they are. If I'm going to say anybody I'm most surprised at is Jayson. I think he's doing really well for what we've seen so far.
Pedro, the 100 burpee a day, man. How long have you been doing 100 burpees a day?
111 to 112 days.
And what are the effects of that?
You get kind of good at, well, not good, but you get relatively good at burpees.
His bench
Like, I'm
press
not
has
going to
been
beat
up 60
Colten.
pounds.
How much has your bench press gone up?
No, it hasn't.
Oh,
No, you get like, I find it really good for adherence. You know, like
what was that word you used? Someone translate if adherence.
adherence. You know, like adhering to rules you set in
Consistency.
place for yourself. Because you're like, I'm not going to eat that. I have 100 burpees to do later, or I'm not going to eat that because I just did 100 burpees earlier on. You know.
So,
Okay,
like,
so it's affected you like that, making better decisions, just all adherence, attachment or commitment to a person, cause or belief, the quality or process of sticking fast to an object or service. Okay, so because you know you have to do that every day, you're doing less dumb shit.
Yeah, and I'm always afraid of disappointing JR. So there's that too.
What do you mean? What's the deal with JR?
He's on like New Year's Eve. He was like, "Oh, let's do 100 burpees a day next year." So I said, "Okay." So he's doing it too.
Wow.
We don't hear it from JR.
Yeah,
That's just part of his normal workout routine. He's been doing 100 burpees for.
That's
but he does like 100 burpees with yoke carries, and like it's never just like some days I just squeeze in 100 burpees when my kids are gone to bed. But he's like, "Oh yeah, I trained like 6 times today," and I accidentally did 4,000 burpees. Oops.
Hey, any injuries from that, or any wear and tear, or anything negative?
No, only positives.
And how old are you?
35.
So do you think any 35-year-old man can do that, 100 burpees a day for a year?
I'd wager any person can do it, yeah.
Crazy. Well, hey, good job. That's wild. You think you're going to make it the whole year?
Oh, easy, yeah.
And easy. And what's the hardest day you've done? Is there a day where it's just like, oh, dude, how am I going to do this?
January was rough, but then I just got used to it. Then there was one day where I was sick, my kids were sick, like, days in a row, and I owed 400. That was rough.
And so you did 400 in one day.
You made them all up?
Yeah.
And how did you do that? What was
they always like, oh, you can spread them out. You can do 110 for X amount of days. But I was like, this is a test. He's seeing if I'll puss out and do 110. Like the real one is to just do 400. So I just did 400.
Did you do them all in one go?
Yeah, I did like a 40-minute EMOM of 10.
Oh, I remember that. You were able to hold 10 burpees a minute for 40 minutes?
Yeah. Now, when I watched it back, I think I shorted myself like one for like 5 rounds in a row. I did like 9, just so I was fucked.
Yeah. Did you watch back with yourself doing 40 minutes of burpees?
No, someone commented on it, so I watched the bit that they commented on.
What a douche.
Are you going to do workout 2, Peter?
Is that the one with the wall balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. I scaled it. I did 30 wall balls instead of 50 because I was like, if I do 50, I'll never get anywhere. And I did it. I was 9 burpees short with 30 wall balls.
That's still killing it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have done that 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
And then we have, of course, John Young from JY Barbell. If you want to get strong, contact John Young. John Young has also been getting after it in the quarterfinals. And, of course, Caleb Beaver, a staple here at the Sevon podcast. Pedro, what do you think? Do you think Jayson has any chance of winning this in the final event? It's tied up between Jayson, Hopper, Dallin, Pepper, and Colten, and Taylor Self.
I mean, he has a chance, but I think if Taylor executes the way he can execute and the way I'd expect him to, I don't think Jayson has a chance. But if somebody makes a mistake, gets a no rep, jumps down, like that kind of stuff, maybe. But I see him being, maybe 40 seconds off or 20 seconds, somewhere between 20 and 40 seconds. If he goes at full tilt,
you think
compared to the other guys.
You think he'll get last?
I think so.
John, how do you think Hopper will do? Hopper have a chance? Any chance of winning the 5K?
I think he'll get last.
What's more likely, Hopper to win the $5,000 or someone to break 270?
That's a tough call.
Okay, so they're about even, you'd say?
Yeah, I would say they're about even.
Spin, I'm sorry. Did you mention who you thought would win?
I'm going to say Taylor. If it's before this weekend, I would have said Colten. But Taylor is definitely showing he can hang with those guys. And I don't know if Colten's just maybe a little bit half step slower than we expected, but
you think something's off with him, like he's just not peaking, or we had overhyped him, or it's just hard workouts and it's 4 workouts and just the way it is?
I mean, again, like you can just be half a step off and it shows against these guys. So it's not, I don't think there's anything that we overhyped him. or he's really performing poorly. I think the gymnastics one, if he may have under executed, that's really kind of where anybody's, Colten's not performing is maybe coming from. But I think he overperformed in workout 4. I think he did kind of what we expected in the first workout. It's really just the gymnastics one.
While the show is live today, Paper Street Coffee is 40% off. 40. I don't even know if they have any coffee left. John Young, how old are you?
29.
When I was 29 years old, I was living at home with my mom. How dare I make fun of your 32-inch TV? They didn't even have flat screen TVs when I was 32 years old. For the John Young TV Fund, thank you.
My favorite comment was, have any of you guys watched The Office?
Yeah.
It's so they compared it to Michael's flat screen. That was my favorite comment of all time.
That is hands down my favorite moment.
Yeah. He goes, where he's like,
when I got company over it, it just pops right into the wall. So I could just stand here and watch it for hours.
Yeah.
Thomas Graves, 29. Geez, John, you're just a baby. I know. Already the thickest skin in the game, and 29 years old. The girls, no surprise that Fee Sagafi is beating Lindsay Lane. Good for Lindsay Lane, the winner of the Crash Crucible, coming out and giving it a go. She's done a marvelous job. But I have seen some chatter of people thinking that Fee might not make it to semifinals this year. Sorry, to the games this year. Spin, do you have any thoughts on that, on whether or not she's going to make it to the games this year?
I mean, she's not a lock like Emma Lawson, but I think she's definitely one of the favorites that you have to pick to go back.
Pedro, when you see Fee Sagafi took 32nd last year at the CrossFit Games, 32nd fittest woman in the world, do you see her making a return to the CrossFit Games?
I'd like to see her make a return, but it's just not easy. It's just going to, if I could just get, when the numbers get smaller for semifinals, and then it just gets harder. Everything just gets harder every year. Everybody's getting better. So it doesn't matter if you've been there before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just, I think, was it Carolyn Lambre?
No, I don't know.
But Carolyn Lambre said that Jeffrey Adler was the fittest man last year. And that's all he was last year. So it's just like, if you're at the games last year, it's like, cool, yeah, but you got to get back there. And it's a steep hill, and it just gets steeper every year, I think.
John, don't let the boys shame you. I'm your TV. They are old and blind and need 80 inches to feel better. That's true. John, is there a chance she won't even make it to semifinals? Last year they took 60 people. This year they're only taking 40. I believe she's an East Regional athlete. That is going to be a tough region to get into. And John, I even remember you saying there are going to be some surprises. Some people are going to have their feelings hurt along the way this year.
Yeah, I don't see Fee as being one of those people that are going to have their feelings hurt. She was 9th last year in quarterfinals in her region, and they take top 40, which means even if she didn't have the best workout in these sets, she's still good enough that she'll make semifinals no problem. And there's like 6 women that were there last year that aren't there this year, so you have to take that into account too. That
who is that? Who is that? Do you know off the top of your head?
Emma Carey is one.
Oh,
Spin, you want to help me out because I know you've had this list for days.
Wow. That's a big one. That's like a shoe.
Yeah, Emma Carey is one that's going to be ahead of Fee. So like that's
right.
But then Tia comes in and backfills that. So
and ruins that.
Yeah. and Bailey Rail came in. I mean, the East, I would say, is probably
Bailey Rail's not doing the West this year.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, she's officially in the East this time.
Okay.
So the East is, I don't think it's really changed too much. I think it's more other regions, like Australia is decimated.
I thought there was a ton of girls though who are going team this year that are in like slightly below Fee Sagafi's, like Lindsay Lane level.
I mean, yeah, there are some, but again,
those are the type of girls that would potentially beat Fee on like if these were the 4 greatest workouts of all time for them. Those are the type of girls that Fee would potentially get usurped by. And I don't see it happening. She was 9th last year with a max with workouts that I don't think were as good for her than this year. Like, I think the gymnastics one, she's going to have a top score in the world. Like, maybe not number 1, but she will be up there, like top 10 in the world. And then she's going to be great at this one. And then the first one she executed to her best. She rode way better than we thought she was going to row.
What did she get in the first one?
206. And
like anything north of 205, like anything there.
So I know a very, very elite woman that is that did very well on workout 1, and she was 222. And she's
Do we know her? Do we know her?
Yes. Okay. I'm not gonna say her name because of scores, but like very elite. Like I'm just gonna say very elite, better than anybody that we have on the show. And she was 222. So if Fee is 206 and she's 222, I think that score is going to be just fine.
Ariel Lowen. You're talking about Ariel Lowen.
I will not say.
I've heard 4 222s, funnily enough.
Really? So, but that goes to show you, like I think Fee's 206 is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And then in the weightlifting one, that's the one that she would do the poorest at. She got like 30 freaking reps. Like she executed that to perfection. We were shocked at how fast she was moving that barbell. So, and I think there will be women that beat her in that for sure. But she's going to be fine. She will make semifinals perfectly fine. And I think she's going to make the games this year too.
Yeah, I think Lindsay Lane is probably the one she's probably in that 40 to 60 range.
Oh, so you do think so? She might even have a chance. You think she could sneak in?
Yeah, I think
I think the redo workout 3. If she had a better score in workout 3, then I think she can. That will be the one that's holding her back right now.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I mean, I think she's probably in that range. So, I mean, that's probably a good gauge for a lot of people to kind of think of if you're in the ballpark, if you're beating her.
The Lindsay Lane line.
Yeah. Code Sevon at both CA Peptides and at Paper Street will get you the discounts. SEVAN. Wayne Short helping out John Young. Haley is also back. If you haven't signed up for the Heat One app, well, then you're fucked because GoWad's giving away $2,500, the biggest prize purse ever on the Heat One app for the winner. It was really, really simple to play. All you had to do was download the app and then pick the people who you think are going to win each event. And then the highest score gets $2,500. It's that easy. The guy Tebow over there offered it to Tyler. Tyler offered it to cover this event. And here we are. Spin, when do all the scores have to be in?
So the first workout 1 and 2 they have to be in by 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Today.
And then on Monday, the 3rd and 4th at the same time. So,
okay. So tonight we have a CrossFit Games update show. Will we see the leaderboard populated with 2 workouts?
Yes.
And we'll get to see if that 270 got hit or not.
That'll be fun. We'll be doing that live today, guys, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the other 2 workouts, they can still, workout number 3 and workout number 4, not in the order we did them, but the official numbers, they can still do between now and Monday at 5 p.m.
Correct.
Pacific.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Thank you for the good time, boys. You're very welcome. Thank you, Chase. Hey, what about when the scores are actually authenticated? So all the scores will be in by Monday. When will they be authenticated?
I believe it's 1 week from Monday.
It was for teams, wasn't it?
What's that?
It was about
teams.
for teams.
Yeah, I think it's. I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. I think it's 1 week for individuals. Maybe.
Have they said how many they're watching? Like how many? Because I heard someone told me the other day that CrossFit have explicitly said they're only watching 1.
That's what they've done in the past. I think that's just.
What one do you watch? You watch the Snatch one, right?
Well, no, not in the past. They watched all of them. So in the top 60, you're required to submit your video for all of them. They've said they will watch at least 1.
Either 1 or 3. I feel like you're going to watch either workout 1 or workout 3.
And
workout 3 just has the potential for a lot of cheating.
Which is workout
because of the
3?
step
Remind
up,
us.
The
Remind us.
handstand push-up, ring muscle up workout.
Okay.
And like for the measurement wise, like that measurement, the measurement on the handstand push-up is very important on workout 3.
And why do you say that? If you're farther or closer from the wall, which is advantageous?
If you're further away from the wall.
Okay.
So if that 10-inch line, for instance, Laura Horvath got a big penalty one year because her 10 inches were on the inside versus the outside of the tape
last
line.
year.
And
anyone who has to deal with 10 inches is getting a big penalty.
That's fair.
That's what I hear.
And then like the ring muscle ups, like we know that your triceps are way more gone than originally thought. Like everybody is struggling with the ring muscle ups. Even got people who are really, really good at ring muscle ups are struggling. Hiller did a single, and he's might be the best guy at ring muscle ups ever in the CrossFit world. And not now, but in his peak. And he did a single, which is crazy. So like that lockout is going to be suspect on a lot of people.
You're making the assumption that they're going to want to catch people. That's why they would check 3.
Yes, either 3 or 1. The step ups can be cheated a lot on workout 1.
Not opening your hip all the way, basically. At the
I've
top.
already seen videos, and it's like, why are you posting that?
Yeah.
Like, why are you putting that up?
So like the workout 1, because of the step ups, really just the step ups, and there's so much numbers, like your rollover's not allowed to count. Like there's just a lot of stuff people could do to cheat their score on workout 1, but workout 3, you could cheat your ability a lot.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. I mean, going through them, it's not like last year where we had front squats where everybody was shorting them, and where every workout seemed like you get caught for some type of lack of movement, range of motion. So I think 3 is probably the most likely.
The team leaderboard will be set no later than April 15th, 2024. Okay, so their leaderboard is set already?
It's done, yeah.
Okay, the individual leaderboard will be set no later than April 29th. Okay, so that's, I think that's exactly what you guys said. And the age group leaderboard will be set no later than May 1st. And by set, they mean it's official.
Correct.
And do you think, Spin, you think we're going to have, is this a time of year? Are there always penalties? Do we just have to expect that? Like, hey, that's just the way it is.
There were way too many last year.
What do you mean too many?
I mean, there were like everybody was getting penalized. Like that was the big story last year, was everybody's score was getting adjusted.
And did they deserve it? Did they deserve it, or was CrossFit being too nitpicky?
Well, yeah, remember that's when you had the V-up workout, and the V-up workout was just a crap show altogether. And
you will never see crossovers or V-ups ever again in CrossFit. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, John.
Yeah, you had V-ups, you had the front squats, you had the wall facing handstand push-ups, you had ring muscle ups. There's so many areas where you could get, penalized. I mean, that's the tough part, is like you had judges there watching them, sometimes professional judges at Training Think Tank and Mayhem, and they were still getting penalized. This programming, it doesn't feel like you have the same places to get caught.
It's very obvious too where those penalties would occur. Like it's very obvious that people are trying to shorten their range of motion. For instance, front squats and ring muscle ups, I think, are very obvious.
CrossFit's doing their job, and people are going to get penalized this year, and it's just part of the game. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just important. It's part of the game. Keep it strict, keep it real, make sure the best people get in, enforce the rules.
Yeah, my guess is they're going to look at workout 3, all 60 plus athletes. If you get penalized there, or something looks like you may be skirting the line, they may go with like the John said, number 1 or something like that, just to kind of make sure that you're on the up and up. And they'll start tonight. Like once the videos are public, or it's finalized, they'll start reviewing some of those videos right away if they need to, or feel like they should.
I think CrossFit are doing what they're supposed to do. Like they're making the workouts easier. The lack of floor plans, like it's easier to not mess something up. And then I think if you get penalized, there's basically like 3 reasons. 1 is you're cheating, like you're deliberately trying to get away with something. 2 is like the Bill Leahy, like ignorance, like just doesn't know or doesn't have someone to say it. And then 3 is you're fatigued and you don't have a judge that's strong-willed enough to say no rep, and they'll just let it go. So there's only really 3 reasons you do it.
He's not only a game show host on the internet, but in real life. Pedro White. 1, 2, 3. Solid. Somebody had to pay to fly Colten Mertens out. Someone had to pay to feed him. Someone had to pay to give him shelter. Someone had to do that for all the athletes. Someone had to pay to get rental cars. Someone had to pay for some of the prize money. Someone has to pay for all of that. It just so happens that this is called Taylor's Self versus the world. And Taylor's being backed by the greatest shoe in the CrossFit space. Use the code SAVAGE20. This will only last while the quarterfinals Taylor Self versus the world is going on here on the Sevon podcast. They have a ton of amazing gear. They are a great company. They are veteran owned. They employ a ton of veterans. Savage 20 will get you $20 off. I haven't heard one single complaint about the Savage ones. They're the only shoe I wear. I highly recommend it. I was wearing them before they were a sponsor, and if they ever kick me to the curb, I'll continue to wear them. And I have a healthy, wide man foot. So if you have one of those, get those shoes. Okay, Spin. Who takes the 5,000? Give me your order today. Basically, we have a three-way tie between we have a three-way tie between Dallin, Taylor, and Jayson Hopper. Colten has no chance of winning, but I think he can get.
He gets second with a tiebreaker,
but he has to win.
Yes.
Okay. Let's start with this workout. How do you think this workout places?
I'm gonna say Taylor, Colten, Dallin, Jayson.
Taylor, Colten, Dallin, Jayson. Wow. Pedro White from Coffee Pods and Wads, wearing the new BIRTHFIT gear.
I think Colten, Taylor, Dallin, Jayson.
Colten, Taylor, wow. Okay. John Young. What the fuck is that? Oh, I'm going to predict this. Let me predict this. I'm going to predict. John's going to predict who's going to win. I'm going to predict who John's going to say. John's going to put Dallin up top, where you guys have put Dallin at third. John's going to say Dallin is going to win it. Then he's going to say Taylor, then Colten, then Jayson. John, go ahead.
Well, I said that last night. So I feel like
oh shit!
So like you probably wrote that down. And then you're gonna act like you predicted it.
I just used my own memory. I didn't write it down.
I think these guys, and of course I could be wrong. There's
I doubt it. I doubt it.
But
not really.
I think these guys are thinking who is the best at burpees, and Taylor and Colten are the best at burpees, right? Taylor is the fastest. That's not Colten, but you have wall balls and it's burpee box jump overs, and you think Colten's going to be hurt a little bit by those. So you're going to put Taylor first. And that's the thinking process. And I don't think that's a bad way to think at all. I think that it could for real, that could be what happens. But this is an engine test. It is not who's the fastest at burpees. It's who can keep the same pace the whole time. It's not who's the fastest. If it was one set of 50, then that's who's the fastest. And that open workout, that I think the thought process is leading to that, is irrelevant to this workout. And I think it's just going to be who keeps their pace the entire time. And I think Dallin has the best in-gym engine out of everybody there.
Not on a 16-minute workout.
A 16
zone two spin. Zone two.
Are you referring to the first workout because he was the best one there until Jayson pulled out a miracle last round, and we all put Jayson last.
He's raising his voice.
Use that workout.
I'm saying that this is a 5K burpee effort, right? Like this is not a sprint. It's not a sprint, and I get it. It's 150 burpees. Dallin is not the best at long endurance workouts, so Taylor is got that type of endurance. He's faster at burpees. Wall balls aren't going to be an issue. Like, and I don't think I mean, the only way I could see is if I could see Colten and Dallin flipping. But
John, before you respond, I want to ask Spin a question. Spin, where do you think Dallin's strongest window is? You think anything over 12 minutes? Like, where do you think that that demarcation is where Taylor has the advantage in terms of just time domain, generically speaking?
Yeah, I mean, I think the 12, 15-minute range, I think Taylor takes over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, John.
I would argue Dallin's in-gym engine is much better than his regular engine. Like in like running, rowing. I mean, obviously he's an amazing rower, but like that long endurance workout that your mind thinks to, like in-gym engine is different than that type of engine. It's just they're different things.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. So a lot of people have said that basically, hey, don't confuse Taylor's ability to swim and run with actually being transferable to burpees. Go ahead, Pedro.
I think Taylor's okay. They're all really fit. They're all really like, you know, I'm not detracting from anyone's fitness, but I think mentally Taylor has the edge because he would rather have his leg chopped off than leave something out there. Do you know what I mean? Than go like 1 second slower than his peak. And I think he'll just go. That is so. When John says that, it's so fucking confusing because I like, is he mispronouncing engine twice? It's like every time he says it. But I think Taylor can go to a darker place than any of the other three, and I think he can stay there. Like he just lives there, and he's happy in a pit of fucking misery doing it.
Heidi Kroom explaining John Young's perspective very well. His engine is better than his engine.
No,
a children's author Heidi Kroom chimes in.
I don't disagree at all with what Pedro just said. I don't disagree at all. I think Taylor is the best at hurting. I think Taylor can be is better in the dark place than the other guys. I do. I think Colton's pretty darn great at the dark place too.
Hey, dude, I think Jayson's good at it too, man. Here's the thing:
it's movements that he's good at.
I mean, we saw Vellner shoot him down in the meme. Remember, we saw he got off the rower. He fell. We saw him collapse.
Yeah, and in the work that Taylor tied him with and shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's not him doing great in the dark place.
I'm not saying he does great. I'm saying he's willing to go there.
They're all.
I think he goes for a little holiday. He goes for a visit, a little sightseeing, and then comes back.
They're all willing to go there.
Taylor owns a holiday home there.
I do not want Jayson to take $5,000 from CA Peptide.
They're for the fittest men in the world. They're all willing to go there. I just think it's not. And again, I think I could see Taylor winning. I could see Taylor winning, and Dallin getting second, and then Colten getting third, and then Jayson getting fourth. But I just think Dallin will pull it out. But absolutely. If it comes down to like the last 10 burpees, then Taylor's probably going to win. Taylor has the ability to go to hurt better than the other three.
I think the difference is Taylor has the ability to literally be there for 16 minutes. Like to go there in the first 10 seconds and stay there. Whereas the others will, like, they might be able to pick it up for the last 20, 30 burpees. But I think from 3, 2, 1, go, Taylor will just visit, like, you know, travel to his little timeshare in the abyss.
Do we know if the Heat One app has a over under on number of times Taylor pukes?
The Heat One app is broken.
Is it really?
Well, that's the only explanation I can think of why I'm so fucking low down on the leaderboard.
Oh, look, a guy named Ricard LEB is now 521, tied for a three-way tie. Hey, listen, here's the thing. Here's all I think of. Well, you guys are worried about your nonsense. I think if Dallin wins, 10%'s got to go to the fucking Mormon church. If Taylor wins, fucking he's going to buy a Harley and die. If Jayson wins, I'm going to have to cut like 12 checks because he's going to keep losing them over and over. He's a high maintenance bitch. And so like I that's how I think of who I want to win, how I pick him. And I just think, okay, it'd be just easier if Dallin won. Just like, there we go. He'll probably invest, 10% to the church and the rest and, invest somewhere.
Isn't it crazy though? Sorry, go on. Sorry.
Julie Cotty just finished just finished giving head. Just finished head. Just finished. Anyway, you got 153 reps on 24.2. Great. Excited to watch these guys send it. Thank you all for caring and making this happen for the community. My pleasure. Thank you for the money. The money matters. Jason CF Media, always nice to see you. Look at my new Vindicate shirt.
Ooh.
Sick. Go
like
ahead,
that.
Pedro.
Isn't it crazy? Like if you had gone back to February, like before the Open, and said we're going to have a 3-way tie between Dallin, Taylor, and Jayson, and Colten will be there too, and it will all come down to one workout. Like Taylor, like it's fucking nuts how well he's done the last like whatever 2 and a bit months. Like it's insane. And it's incredible because he's a good analyst. Like he's really good, but he's really, really backed it up. Like really back. No one can ever question like his ability or his understanding of what a workout is or how to pace or how, it's just, he's really proven everything that he's ever said.
Hey, Pedro, I went to bed with an erection last night and I woke up with one. I probably should have called a doctor. The fact that it's a 3-way tie and we're going to see these guys fucking hammer it out at 9:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and the winner gets $5,000 is crazy to me.
It's nuts.
And the tension we've been getting in the post interviews, absolutely nuts.
You couldn't script it. Like if you wanted the best case scenario, this is the best case scenario, that it comes down to a race. And one other thing I wanted to say, because I'm never on here.
Please go ahead.
This
is your last time too.
Yeah, I figure I'm overstaying my welcome. I knew you'd be good at hosting this, like, and doing it and stuff. Like Will has been unbelievable. The whole like backroom staff, Tyler on the mic, and Sousa, everyone doing everything is really good. But John Young and Bill as commentators and like analysts during it are so far above what I'm used to seeing and hearing in CrossFit. They're two of them are fucking unbelievable. John, this might be.
What about his wife interrupting the show every 15 minutes to show her latest crochet project? You cool with that?
And then she heads back. Then she heads back to the room where all the kids are with their bloody fingers. John, that might be the only time I ever give you a compliment. So enjoy it. You're ridiculously fucking good at what you do.
Thank you, Pedro.
I agree. I am just absolutely tickled. It is so easy it's the least stressed I ever am on the show when both Bill and John are on there. It's wild. I love it. Hey, it is interesting though. There is a little part in my heart that's hurt that Colten's not in it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am maybe even a bigger than a little part. I am severely biased. The Sevon podcast is truly in love with Colten Mertens, and I would have loved to have seen him win the $5,000 or at least have a fighting chance going into it. I do think he's going to give it his all here, and I do think he does want to win this workout so he can talk the final, get the final word on the shit talking. But I also am excited to he's our hero, right, for the Sevon podcast, and this is an obstacle, and then it'll be fun to just like rebuild, work on the narrative from here. Larry Young, Taylor's on a mission. They are all badass. Taylor is it's kismet. What's that mean again?
Fate.
I looked that up yesterday. Oh, fate.
Destiny.
Yeah.
For the record, I want Taylor to win. I would be happy if Taylor won. He's the guy I'm rooting for the most. I do think it's going to be very close between the three of those guys. Like, I know we all rank, like you guys both rank Taylor, Colten, and then Dallin. And I said Dallin, Taylor, and Colten. I think between those three, it's going to be within 5 burpee box jump overs. Like, it's going to be very, very, very close.
Do you think we're going to see Jayson quit at one point? By quit, I mean take a rest.
No,
you don't think we're going to see him at any time put his hands on his legs?
No.
He will.
I think he will too. Thank you. Spin, barbell spin, Brian Spin. Are you going to any of the semifinals?
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness! Are you sending anybody?
I will have people there to capture content for me.
And do you have to stay at home so that you can maintain the website and Instagram account? Is that why you're doing it?
I will actually most likely be in Yellowstone.
Oh my goodness. How is the greatest news source in the CrossFit space going to, or are we going to be deprived?
No, I'll figure something out. But
something
it
out.
keeps the
Okay.
wife happy. So
Okay.
I will item forever. And so
I will be in Carson in all threads and any threads that I'm on while I'm there. Please remind me to include you. Your contribution to the things that happen in semifinals is huge. Anyone who wants to go to semifinals should go to semifinals, especially if you're in North America. The West and the East are going to be absolutely amazing. The Carson event happens May 24th to the 26th. Someone asked me how I'm getting down there. I said, I don't know. I think I'm just going to rent a car. 5-hour drive for me. And then Knoxville, Tennessee, May 31st to June 2nd. Sevon Podcast will have a big presence at both events. You do not want to miss it. Perfect venue for an event. Anthony TPA, if Dallin loses, John goes to junior analyst. Also, from ESC Sounds, John is elite with a standing ovation. David Gora, Colten back to the pig farm. Jeez.
He must have a sinus infection. Dead the back.
Jeez, that's harsh. No, nothing's wrong with going back to the pig farm. How about the weenie farm? Spin, is it true that you will be the owner of one of Colten's teeny weenies?
It is true. I think in a week I go pick up one of the pups.
Wow, that's cool.
How far do you live from him?
8 hours.
For a dog?
For
You're gonna have to,
dude.
I drove 8 hours to get my dog.
You're gonna have to
No
breastfeed
way.
on the way home.
Spin, how many kids do you have?
Two.
And did one of them ask for the dog? How do you end up with another dog? I know dogs are like always a big deal in the family. Is it a big deal? Like, did you fight with your wife a little back and forth?
No, she's been wanting another puppy, and then when I saw Colten's pups had a litter, I reached out to Allie right away. I think Colten was traveling for the Open at that point, and I said, we'll take one.
And that was that.
That was it.
And
You know what you're gonna name it?
I don't know yet. That's not my call.
Have you thought about calling it Colten?
It'll be a little girl, little girl pup.
Myrtle.
Hey, that doesn't matter. Dave has a female dog called Doug.
Fair. I don't know.
Thing these days.
Murdy.
Brian Spin with the tranny dog.
Yeah.
Spin. Do your kids know? How old are your kids?
14 and 11.
Okay, so they're perfect age. They're excited.
dog.
They're beside themselves.
Yep.
Wow. And you said you're getting a girl?
Yes.
He said people want girls more than the boys. Did you want a girl?
Yeah, we have 2 other girl dogs, so that's just what we've always done.
Wow. And was it hard getting one? I'm imagining Colten can't keep his dogs in stock.
I think the litter was 4 in the litter, so I think there's 1 still available, like a week or 2 ago. So he doesn't really like broadcast it. Like I just saw that they were there, and I said, if available, I'll take one.
I think he wants to keep every dog. When I talk to him, it sounds like if it wasn't for Allie, they'd have 30 dogs already.
I think that's right.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. We got a great show ahead of us. Anything else anyone want to add? I'm going to keep this one short today because we are coming back in 30 minutes to watch Fee Saghafi and Lindsay Lane get at it. The Born Primitive, Taylor Self versus the World CrossFit quarterfinals. Really fortunate to have you guys here. Really fortunate to have the sponsors. Really fortunate to just that no one else in the space is doing shit, so we just shine. Spin, any final thoughts?
I wanted to ask John time on this one. I think Hepner finished around 16:30 on his redo. Does anybody break 16?
I think we'll see 16 to 17:30. Sub 16 would be freaking nuts. 16:16 is the fastest time that I've seen, and that was by Trey Paulson. But we'll see. I think
no chance of 13. No chance of 13 minutes.
No chance of 13 minutes. I think
more ridiculous than 270, making your 270 look like you're a genius.
I 100%, especially if it hits. Right. Listen, the second I see 270 on workout 1, I might go live on Instagram just pronouncing how smart I am.
Yeah,
Killer has to go live too with his naked run. He said he's going to run around naked. So
Killer already owes me 10 miles just because he said 255 would be impossible.
What do you think the best time is, Spin? You think someone breaks 16?
I think somebody in the world will break 16.
I think
Danny just said Yona could possibly break 16. I could see that one.
I would say I think one of our guys could break 16. I really do. But I would say 1540.
Wow. If it's true that Tim Paulson was 16:10, somebody's definitely breaking 16.
Right. I think. Well, I'm saying the top scores will all be below 16. So you know how like all of the top scores in 24.1 were sub 6. Right. There was like 20 guys that were sub 6, and then Taylor was ridiculous, and Colten is an outlier. I think the same thing will be said here, where there'll be 20 guys who are sub 16 or women sub 16, and then maybe there's an outlier somewhere that gets 1530 something. But it'll be like, you know what I mean? It'll be like 1555, 1554, 15, like it'll be like that once the leaderboard.
That girl,
I don't think this math is right.
Mirham, well, she'll probably get, will she, in the female side?
Miriam should be good at this, but she's used to the lighter wall balls. This might be heavy wall ball for her.
Isn't it 14 pounds?
She's talking about high rocks.
In high rocks, it's 10. I'm just giving her a hard time. Miriam is a monster. Miriam is a monster.
Mir Jam's used to using the kids wall ball. Good job, Mir Jam. Welcome to CrossFit.
Before I get somebody DMing me her freaking squat video, I understand. She's great.
Let me. Cave Dastro said 13 minutes would be 1.3 reps. 1.3 seconds. I think he meant to say 1.3 seconds per rep. Okay, that is right. I don't think that math is right. Is that right?
No, I think it's 2.6 seconds per rep.
Oh, so he was just fucking. He just cut it in half.
Yeah.
So if you want to do it in 6.5 minutes, he was doing the 6.5 minute time.
Yeah.
RX plus.
Plus. 2 pluses. All right. Guys, love y'all. Lots of prize money, lots of stuff going around. Don't forget, you have probably like 30 seconds left to get some Paper Street coffee at 40% off. Wait, did I see Halpin? Oh, look it. Mike Halpin, always good to see you. Random High Rocks athletes and their tiny wall balls. Yeah, thank you.
Just tiny balls.
Casey Acree, look at this. Casey, I got to get you on the show. Have you you got internet yet? You guys know who this savage is? This guy's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
The fittest one-armed man in the world.
You could probably take one armed out of that sentence. To be honest.
I want to. We need to come up with a one-arm show.
Hey, apparently he's a Jeopardy nut, and he called Chase and said, like, "I need to be on the show. I'll destroy everybody."
He didn't fucking have internet. I tried to have him on the show. They don't even have a strip club. Like at least Hepner can go to a strip club. Park in the parking lot. This guy lives like in between Colten and you, John.
I live in Texas now. I'm not still in Missouri.
I picture all of you guys living in Iowa, somewhere between Iowa and Alabama. Not you, Pedro. Sorry.
I would accept that when I lived in Missouri, but I feel like I'm amongst regular population now.
Oh, Casey's in Vegas with the Underdogs now. All right. Are you living? Is he living there or just
no? But he's an Underdogs coach.
Oh shit. Okay. All right, let's schedule it when you're there. Oh, we do have to show you guys this. Sorry. I forgot. I have notes for the show. I always forget to bring them up. So we have some. Bring your checkbooks for the women's final heat. At some point, Pedro is going to give away coffee pods and wads, a $200 gift certificate to Born Primitive. But I have to show you this. This besides this show, this is the best thing I've seen during the week. This is Underdog Athletics. One of the 7 podcasts.
Oh yeah,
Alex Gazan and Mr. Kotler. What workout is she? Oh, workout 2. Look at Gazan. Look at her hammy there, just hanging down. Just hammy land.
Clear the box. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I love Pool Boy's comments. He has the greatest comments.
Good Lord.
Imagine if she fucked it up. What his reaction be? That's a positive reaction.
Yeah, does he hit her? If she doesn't like what's on the other? That's a good point. What's on the other? What someone wrote toxic masculinity. Oh yeah, that's fully toxic masculinity in full form. God bless toxic masculinity. Jesus criminy, this is so good.
Let's go!
Oh my god, that guy is awesome.
I wonder is he all in? I wonder does he care?
Yeah, is he? Great question.
Seems a bit on the fence.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm just picturing when Carrie Pierce took off on that last mile, like Justin Cotler in 2020, Justin Cotler yelling at her, and then Ben Bergeron, right next to him with Katrin, and just two total opposite guys. I feel like Ben was so uncomfortable in that moment, or he was what's the word that we judge? He was unsettled in that moment. Like, and you can picture Ben just being real stoic, being like, "Good fives, yep."
Maybe throwing some dirt at her.
Right, we're catching up to her, and then Kotler just cuts them out a storm towards everybody.
Listen, I
run for your life.
Different strokes. Is that what he said? Run for your life.
Yeah. And Ben came around, and Ben, this is just, I don't know if this is on the documentary or not, or if it was a story. I don't remember where I heard it. But Ben came around like after Katrin got done with her pull-ups and told Kotler, he was like, "Don't worry, Justin, we're not trying to catch her." Like, because Justin was just screaming, be like,
hey, I wonder if he ever lets a bitch. I wonder if he ever lets a bitch out. Hurry up, bitch! I wonder if like one of those comes out.
Ooh, I don't know.
Wonder if he lets the R word slip once in a while. The R word. What are you, a fucking R word? All right. Love you guys. Taylor Self versus the World from the 7 Podcast, brought to you by God. I'm starting to think it's the only brand that matters in the space.
There are places in this world at the edge of the unknown, protected by nature's ruthless beauty and our own self-doubt. Places that connect us to something bigger, that remind us to appreciate the bold and applaud the fearless. Places that remind us how similar we all are at the core. Explorers and dreamers. Places that bind us to what we could be if we went just a little bit further. There's more to you than imaginable, hidden out there in the unknown. Go find it.
He said, go find it. Guys, we'll see you back here in 18 minutes. There will be a new stream. Thank you, Brian Spin from the Barbell Spin. Oh, and that is something I want to show you. If you guys don't have this, sorry, the show is supposed to end. I hate it when I do this. But
thank you so much.
Can you, if you don't have this website on your tabs, on your quick tabs, crazy. Look at this. Is like, some of you visit Pornhub every day. This is like, I don't visit Pornhub. I visit Mac Rumors and Sony Alpha Rumors and the Barbell Spin. This is just like, you wake up in the morning and this is where you go. And
that's so funny. I jerk off to this too.
Oh. When you're stuck in traffic, there's nothing better to listen to than Pedro White around the whiteboard. Also an amazing podcaster. Ask the questions that I'm too afraid to ask because I'm too political. John Young from JY Barbell, place to get all your crocheted goodies. And Caleb Beaver, lost somewhere, protecting our country. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.